Hello, and welcome to my latest video. As I mentioned before, I wanted to open up my monthly shipment. I did postpone that because I did buy 2 of the smaller 1-week kits or 5-day kits from Walmart, and so I really had a lot of leftovers. So I really had to just postpone opening up my monthly box by a couple of weeks. The box is rather large and rather heavy, but I will open it and I will show you what's inside. Okay, my screenshot isn't exactly the widest on the planet, so I'm just going to try to stay in frame while I'm doing this. The first thing that you will notice is your packing slip. They give you a list of everything that you ordered. With me, I choose what I want. So I do pay like an extra $20 a month for that ability. If you don't, then they just send you whatever they have in your program for your gender, I suppose your weight, and whether you're diabetic or not, whether you have allergies or not, depending on whatever program you're on. So I'm going to try to just go through this quickly. I might give you the calorie counts, but that's really about it because it is a really big box. I got these cheese puffs. It's a snack item. It's 150 calories. Let you see that. Also, as I cook some of this stuff, I might make a short video if you would like. Another snack item, zesty pizza puffs or rounds. They're kind of like chips, I guess. That's 160 calories. Ordered another one of those. Also, if they don't have in stock what you ordered, they will put something else in there. There's, let's see, white cheddar popcorn. It's a snack item. I didn't order this, so this is a replacement item. It's 130 calories. Probably give that to one of my kids. I don't like popcorn. It gets stuck in the back of my throat. So I don't order it if I can avoid it. Honey mustard pretzel bites. It's a snack item. 140 calories. See that? I've showed you this one before. Milk chocolate flavored pretzels. This is another snack item. 130 calories. I like these. Chocolate sandwich cookies. They're kind of like Oreos, except the cookie part is much more like the texture of a cracker. So it's a little bit odd if you're not used to it. 180 calories. Vanilla shortbread cookies, another snack item. 150 calories. White chocolate chunk cookies, another snack item. I've shown you this one before. 150 calories. More of the sandwich cookies. Oatmeal chocolate chunk cookies, snack item, 180 calories. Walnut chocolate chip cookies. These ones are little instead of just one cookie, 150 calories. Nutri-chocolates. I think these are dark chocolate, or they could be kind of a cross between dark chocolate and milk chocolate. I've had them before. I like them. They're kind of bitter, but I prefer dark chocolate. Snack item, 140 calories. kind of like Hershey Kisses, but flat, kind of squashed. More milk chocolate flavored pretzels. Oatmeal raisin cookie. I don't know if I already showed you one of these. It's a snack item. It's 140 calories. This is one soft cookie. Some of them have one cookie. Some of them have multiple small ones. The large cookies tend to be soft, and the smaller cookies tend to be more kind of crispy. Peanut butter cookie, another snack item, 140 calories. Kind of see that. Apple pecan bites. I've never had this. I saw it, and so I made sure that I got one of these little packets. It's a snack item, 150 calories. You can kind of see that. I have had something extremely similar. They were extremely good. There's also a breakfast version of something very similar, and that's actually what I had yesterday. Very, very good. The breakfast version had like little cranberries. The snack version has apples, apparently. This is a breakfast item. It is a double chocolate muffin. I don't remember ordering this one, so it might be a substitute item. It is 170 calories. These, if you microwave them for about 5, maybe 7 seconds, they're extremely, extremely good. Any of the muffins, just microwave them for about 5 seconds, maybe 7. Caramel apple muffin, it's a breakfast item, 180 calories. Did you see that? Cinnamon bun. These tend to be a little bit on the dry side, but I've never tried warming one up, so I will try warming it up, seeing if that improves the texture a little bit. It's a breakfast item. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not Dunkin' Donuts, if you know what I mean. It's 140 calories. See that? Honey wheat bagel. I've had these before. Absolutely loved it. It's a breakfast item. Let's see here. 160 calories. Kind of a little bit of a note. These are actually about the same size as the 100-calorie bagels that I buy. Except the ones that I buy just at Walmart in a bag that are roughly 100 calories, they aren't whole wheat. Sometimes they have raisins. But this has almost twice the amount of calories. It's 160. Okay, so, 60 calories more. But, considering I can actually, if I'm in the mood for a bagel, I might just not get the Nutrisystem version. I might actually just go to Walmart and get the cinnamon raisin ones, because it's going to be less calories, and then I can have a protein type Nutrisystem item, like, with scrambled eggs or something of that sort. Double chocolate muffin again. Another honey wheat bagel. Yeah, even though I picked and chose what I wanted, they definitely filled in with, they must have been out of stock with quite a bit, because I try to keep things not towards the chocolate end, and also I try not to duplicate anything. To have as varied as of a diet as I can. The main reason for that is because with Nutrisystem, you're not going to be eating as many calories, you're not going to be eating as big of meals as what you're used to, and because of that, I have to treat myself with variety, and that's how I get through this diet day to day. Another caramel apple muffin. I don't know if the other one was caramel apple. Let's see, 180 calories. I'll just show it to you in case the other one was a little bit different. Another cinnamon bun. Yeah, I did not order this many honey wheat bagels, so I'm going to be having bagels, looks like, at least maybe once a week for the next month. Blueberry muffin. I had this. I warmed it up for about 5 or 7 seconds. In the past, that's what I've done. It's a breakfast item. Absolutely loved it. 150 calories. I'll let you see that. Breakfast item, chocolate biscotti bites. I've had something similar. It wasn't the chocolate version, but these are good if it's anything like the other biscotti bites that I did order last time. It's 140 calories. Let's see that. Looks like it has nuts in it. So if you're not allowed nuts, if you're allergic to nuts, be careful. Please read your packaging. Make sure that you don't get nuts if you're not allowed nuts. Maple brown sugar oatmeal. Something about the oatmeal, I don't know if I mentioned it before, 150 calories, is that it takes a little bit longer in the microwave than what your standard little pre-packaged oatmeals that you might buy, you know, like from Quaker or something like that. I would say instead of a minute, I probably microwave these for closer to about 1.5 minutes to 1.45 seconds. And the texture is, it's not as close to gruel. It's a little more chewy. Also, with the oatmeal, it tells you to cook it with milk, and I don't do that. I microwave it actually with water, and then I add the milk in after it's cooked. But that's because I like it more soupy. I don't like my oatmeal to be like a paste. This is the biscotti that I had before. It just says biscotti bites. It's not the chocolate version. It's the breakfast item, 150 calories. I have had these, and I did like it. Yeah, I didn't order this many muffins, so they must have had an overflow of muffins because I didn't quite get what I ordered. But banana nut muffin, it's a breakfast item. 160 calories. Let you see that. Cinnamon strudel muffin, breakfast item. 180 calories. This one has a little bit more calories than some of the other muffin or bagel type items. Oatmeal cranberry bites. This one's a breakfast item. 160 calories. See that. Also, it actually has dried cranberries in it. Some things that weren't Nutrisystem I've bought in the past. It'll say like cranberries or blueberries or something like that, but it's more like cranberry flavored something, and it's not actually cranberries. And with this, you can obviously see and taste it actually is cranberries. Another biscotti bites. Cinnamon strudel muffin. I think I already showed you one of those. It's a breakfast item. 180 calories. Just in case I didn't show you the other one or it was a little bit different. Yeah, I didn't order that many muffins, so I'm going to have a lot of muffins. Also, maybe I'm a little bit paranoid, but whenever it comes to things like the muffins, I tend to eat, or the bagels, I tend to eat those things first, and the reason why is because somehow I just don't think it's going to have as long of a shelf life. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I mean, this stuff does have expiration dates and things on it. I mean, it says enjoy by March of 2017, March 29th of 2017. But just because it is a bread product and it's not something that actually has to be prepared mentally, I think that means that it's not going to have the shelf life. So I tend to eat these things first. Banana nut muffin, I already showed you one of those. Maple brown sugar oatmeal breakfast item, 150 calories. Maple brown sugar oatmeal. I also didn't order all these oatmeals, so yeah, they really must have been out of stock of some of the newer items. I actually had on my list a bunch of the newer items, and I don't seem to be getting any of those things. So in my next shipment, I'm gonna have to request it again and see if I can get that apple cinnamon oatmeal, apple cinnamon oatmeal, apple cinnamon oatmeal. Yeah. Sorry, Nutrisystem, but this isn't what I ordered. 130 calories. Also, I mentioned it in a previous video, does not include the milk. You have to add milk, 4 ounces. So you have to add that separately. And once again, if it says to add milk, I have no idea if that means you have to count that as one of your proteins. I personally do, just to make sure that I'm not going over on the calories that Nutrisystem says that I'm supposed to be eating for my gender and my current weight. Snack item, cheesecake flavored bar. Never had one of these, looking forward to it. Didn't even know they had it. So that's a good surprise. 150 calories. I'll let you see that. Snack item, chocolate caramel bar. 150 calories. Okay, now that's right side up. Sorry. 150 calories for a coconut almond bar. Cheese tortellini. It's a lunch item. 170 calories. You see that? Home-style chicken. Home-style chicken noodle soup. It just says home-style chicken. Lunch item. 120 calories. Now with these lunch items, because they are barely over 100 calories, 120 calories for this one, I'll have something with it. I'll usually have something like a 45 calorie slice of bread that I'll toast usually, and then I'll spray it with a little bit of 0 calorie butter substitute spray. I think it's I can't believe it's not butter. I think is the brand that I tend to buy. Another home style chicken. Okay, well this one says chicken noodle soup. We'll take a look at the difference. 110 calories. Chicken noodle. Home style chicken. The noodles look different shaped, but other than that, it looks pretty much so like the same thing. Lunch item, white bean chicken chili. I've had this before and I really enjoyed it. 180 calories, so this one has more, so I probably won't have any kind of bread or anything with it because it is approaching that 200 calorie mark that I really like to have for my lunch. I'll show you that. Same thing. Beans and ham soup, 160 calories. It's a lunch item. Chicken noodle soup, I already showed you one of those. Spicy Kung Pao noodles. These are similar to like a ramen kind of thing, except it's way spicier. I really enjoy these. 190 calories. They don't have as many vegetables as what I like in these, so I tend to add, you know, just like a little thing of green beans or peas or carrots or something like that. cheddar, broccoli, and rice, another lunch item, 200 calories. Tortilla soup, 150 calories. Another tortilla soup. Loaded potatoes, 220 calories. Wow. Mashed potatoes have a lot of calories. As you can see, it does have like little bacon bits kind of things in them. And looks like some sort of chives, maybe some sort of little butter flavored or cheese flavored bits. It says blended with cheddar cheese and bacon. Must be some sort of soy cheese, because I don't know how you would, I don't know, I have had dehydrated cheese before, and it did taste like cheese, and it was actually cheese. Maybe they figured out how to do that. Black beans and rice, lunch item, 210 calories. These ones that are over 200 calories, I tend to not have anything with them. Three cheese chicken, it's a lunch item, 200 calories. I actually had one of these for lunch yesterday. Same thing. And the little poppy bits. And one that's been already popped. Lunch item, double chocolate caramel bar, 180 calories. Fudge graham bar. I love these things. They're so addictive. It reminds you of a candy bar, but like the kind that you know that you're not allowed to eat, but you apparently are. 200 calories. It's a lunch item. Same thing. Chocolate peanut butter bar. It's like it has little Crispies in it. 200 calories. It's a lunch item. Sweet barbecue sauce with pulled style pork. I have had one of these before. Might have to cut this short. I think he went back to sleep. 150 calories. You're supposed to have this on a roll. The playpen is right behind the table here. Well, actually, in front of the table here. And he's down for a nap. Same thing. This is the one that I mispronounced last time, and I embarrassed myself, so I won't try. Calories. Red beans and rice. Lunch item, 180 calories. Sorry about that. Italian herb flatbread pizza. Dinner item, 260 calories. Just in case just in case you've never tried one of these, I will make one and show you how it's done. These, even though it does say you can microwave it, I never do because the texture is wrong. I bake it, and it does give you the instructions on how to bake it. A little guide. Dinner item, pasta fagioli. It's a dinner item, 230 calories. Mac and cheese with turkey sausage. I've only had this once. It is unbelievably good. Like, to the point that you think that you're cheating on your diet. It's that good. 270 calories. Turkey and stuffing. It's a dinner item. 250 calories. Chicken Alfredo. It's a dinner item. 260 calories. Vegetable lasagna. 250 calories. And there are two of these. This one is lasagna with meat sauce. It looks the same as the vegetable lasagna. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to read and see what the difference in the ingredients are. This one has 280 calories. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes, 250 calories. Another mac and cheese with turkey sausage. Ravioli with meat sauce, 230 calories. Chicken and barbecue beans. Never had this one. It's a new item. 300 calories. That seems like a lot. Actually, that really seems like a lot for a Nutrisystem item. So, whenever I have this, whatever day I have this, I'm going to make sure I choose a lunch item that is a little bit, closer to the 100 calorie mark. Another turkey and stuffing. Chicken pasta parmesan. I actually have one of these in my kitchen in my daily, I keep a container for what I plan on eating that day, and I actually plan on having one of these for dinner today. 180 calories. And another one, chicken pasta parmesan. Sesame ginger chicken. Never had one of these. It's a dinner item. 250 calories. Meatballs in marinara sauce. 150 calories. Santa Fe style chicken. This is a dinner item, 240 calories. They used to have something similar, except it came dehydrated, and you actually had to add water and reconstitute it and microwave it. apparently now they're doing something similar to what they used to have in one of these pouches. Rigatoni, no, it's rotini and meatballs, sorry. 220 calories. Mushroom risotto. I think this is a new item because I've never seen it before. So I did order one, and I'm happy that I was able to get one. It's a dinner item, 200 calories. Hickory smoked flavor beef patty, 130 calories, not including the roll. You are supposed to have this on some sort of a roll. Barbecue seasoned chicken. So this would be like the pulled pork, but the chicken version. 150 calories, not including the roll. You would have this on a roll as well. Chili with beans. It's a dinner item. 240 calories. Hearty beef stew, 130 calories. And I believe that is it. Yep, that's it for this box, this shipment. I will make some cooking videos to show you how you prepare some of these things if they're items that need to be prepared. Also, if it does require some sort of bread, I will show you what kind of bread I like to eat and how many calories it is in that. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but completely brain dumped it apparently. Oh yes, I did lose 2 pounds, which isn't very much considering I haven't had a weigh-in video in almost like 3 months. However, I went off my diet for like 2 months because I was sick. I ended up with like the flu, and then I had a cold, and then I had an ear infection, and then I had another ear infection. So I ended up off of my diet for a while, but my last weigh-in video was about 3 months ago. I was exactly 200 pounds, and now I'm at 198. So finally under 200, which I am extremely happy about. However, I really want to get through the 190s as quickly as possible. So I'll keep you updated with that as well. And I wanted to also make a short video about what I used to cook with for, because a lot of these things you do microwave. And so if it is something that needs to be microwaved, I will show you what I used to cook that in. But other than that, I think that's pretty much so what I wanted to talk about today. Please subscribe to my channel and keep me updated on your weight loss. Have a great day.